Starting with Innisfail Sylvan Lake, followed by Leduc Beaumont.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Kasky Liska's mother, Violet, sat for days in a wheelchair and was lucky to be bathed once a month. She had wounds on her feet and buttocks that became so bad it resulted in hospitalization. The family was forced to file a Protections of Persons in Care complaint, which found this facility was failing to follow regulation and was complicit in abuse. To the Minister, why does this continue to happen?
Mr. Speaker, while the circumstances of this particular resident are indeed tragic, I would be doing the workers and families across this province a great disservice if I did not reject the notion that this is in fact not commonplace in our continuing care system. Mr. Speaker, we deliver care of the highest quality to thousands of Albertans every day. We work collaboratively with their families and with frontline staff to make sure that the services people need are available to them. But there are occasions, Mr. Speaker, where circumstances arise where the conduct is not in keeping with what we expect. That's what we're investigating now.
Member for supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sadly, I would think once is enough, given that the Protections of Persons in Care complaint found evidence of abuse and was not able to make a single meaningful recommendation after 7 full months. Will you commit today to make the Seniors Advocate independent to give seniors across Alberta a true voice?
Mr. Speaker, the issue here is not the question of the voice for any one constituent in this in particular. The issue is how we establish and maintain and monitor quality standards throughout our healthcare system, in particular when they affect people who are most vulnerable. Mr. Speaker, as I said, I've expanded the Health Quality Council of Alberta review to encompass how AHS manages for quality with contracted service providers in continuing care. We will be expanding the role of the Department of Health in the monitoring of quality standards, and as with every other Protection for Persons in Care Act investigation, the recommendations from this one.
Honourable member, second question. Second supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We would never accept this type of treatment with our kids in provincial care, which has an established independent advocate on their behalf. Minister, on behalf of all seniors in Alberta, can you please make the Seniors Advocate an independent body of this legislature?
Well, Mr. Speaker, I would be the first to agree, as would all of my colleagues, that the situation that the honourable member described should never happen in Alberta. But, Mr. Speaker, the focus that we need to have is one on quality, Mr. Speaker. The attempts to establish independent advocates, attempts to politicize, Mr. Speaker, these situations do not help. What helps is ensuring on an ongoing basis that the very strong quality standards that are in place in this province are adhered to in every circumstance, and where they are not, Mr. Speaker, that there is appropriate follow-up.